Planning a responsive design can be frustrating and very time consuming. Obviously, each project is different and there is no one size fits all responsive solution. With that in mind, I do want to go over a few things you need to consider when planning for responsive design and hopefully provide some insight on how to adopt a responsive design workflow. One of the first things that you realize when planning a responsive design for the first time is it's all about the content. At first glance, responsive design appears to be about designing for mobile screen sizes. However, once you begin mocking up content over multiple screen sizes, you quickly realize that changes in content placement can dramatically impact a site's effectiveness. At the start of every project, create an inventory of your content and then give that inventory a hierarchy. By understanding how much content your site will have and how important that content is in relation to each other, it becomes much easier to determine how to structure and design that content across multiple screens. I've also seen many projects where designers start out with a desktop version of the site and then begin planning how a mobile or tablet version of that site should look and function. This is the wrong way to do it, and I'll prove that to you later on in the course. I recommend starting with a mobile wireframe and then expanding to a desktop version, or working on mobile and desktop wireframes simultaneously. This is more effective because it forces you to be more focused regarding content and how that content should be presented. By working in the mobile space first, you force yourself to design within a narrow, linear space, and these restrictions help you refine what's really important on the site and how that content should be presented. It also helps you plan the initial structure of the page, as you're more likely to understand how that content is going to change across screen sizes. This approach also allows you to start thinking about how mobile device capabilities can help create better experiences with that content, instead of trying to attack on those features later on in the design process. After you develop a content strategy for the site and an initial wireframe for mobile and desktop, it's now time to start thinking about breakpoints. Let's say, for example, that you decide your low-end breakpoint is going to be at 480 pixels and that your high-end breakpoint will be at 1200 pixels. Once you have that range, you could begin thinking about where major changes to the layout are going to occur. The easiest way to do this is to plan out what your content is going to look like at both of these initial stages, and then decide when room for extra columns or content regions appear. If you take this approach, you'll find that those breakpoints establish themselves naturally, and you'll end up with 3 to 4 major breakpoints that progress your design through increasingly wider screen sizes. For most projects, this set will be all you need, and what's nice about this approach is that it allows you to tweak your layout based on what the available screen size gives you.